Subscribe to this YouTube channel and please enjoy watching this video. Here we go. The January transfer window always proves to be a tricky and expensive time of the year for football clubs. Teams don't want to offload their better players if they can avoid it, so they will try and charge premium prices for their stars. Chelsea broke the British transfer record in the first month of 2023 when they bought Benfica midfielder Enzo Fernandez for £106.8 million, as per The Guardian. This point on the footballing calendar can be quite a desperate one for many teams too. The league tables across the world have usually taken shape by this point, with very few anomalies and outliers in the standings. Pretty much every team will know where they are in comparison to those around them, and what they need to do to get better. This often leads to rushed or panicked deals being made, like when Manchester United signed former Watford striker Odion Igalo on loan from Chinese club Shanghai Shenhua. All of the above could well happen again, and this is everything that has happened so far in the January 2024 transfer window, in the Premier League. Arsenal. Reports from The Athletic have said that reinforcements in defense will be top of the list. Takahiro Tomiyasu is heading off to play in the AFC Asian Cup in early January. This, combined with the injury to summer signing Jurrien Timber, means that manager Mikel Arteta will be short of the hybrid centre-back/full-back options that he likes to play in the wide positions of the back line. The Athletic added that a short-term defensive loan is the most likely option for Arsenal. Other areas that have had consideration for reinforcements are in the midfield and a striker. Reports from The Independent have said that Arteta is keen on Brentford striker Ivan Toney. They added that Arsenal would want to get the deal done in January, if possible, but making sure they stay within the financial fair play rules will be hard, with Brentford wanting £100 million for Toney in January, according to Sky Sports. One player who could help alleviate the stresses of FFP could be Eddie Nketiah. If Nketiah were to be sold, it would free Arsenal up a bit more when it comes to their potential winter spending. Crystal Palace have shown an interest in the England striker, but the Daily Mail reported that the Gunners had rejected Palace's initial approach for him, saying that he is not for sale in this window. Aston Villa. The two positions of focus for Unai Emery and the front offices at Villa Park are right back and right wing. Polish international Matej Cash is the only current Villa player who specializes in being a right-sided fullback, so more depth there would be handy for Emery. Villa are equally short when it comes to true wingers. Leon Bailey is the only one in the team who fits that mold. One player who could potentially help fill both those roles is Bayer Leverkusen's right wing-back Jeremy Frimpong. This could be a very smart and quick fix, but it would significantly damage the club's spending powers in the summer, according to The Athletic. Even though he will be away at the African Cup of Nations, with Burkina Faso, Bertrand Traoré is a player that Villa would like to make some money from whilst they can. His contract is up in the summer, and an extension is unlikely, so a move away for him would help Emery develop the squad further. The Athletic have reported that the club are willing to listen to offers for Callum Chambers and Leandro Dendoncker. AFC Bournemouth. This winter window looks like it'll be a lot quieter than the summer one for the Cherries. One reported move is that Bournemouth are looking to recall defender James Hill from his loan spell at Blackburn Rovers, as per the Lancashire Telegraph. He's been used a lot by manager John Dahl Tomasson since making the summer switch, but a recall would mean that he would be involved in the club's first team for the remainder of the season. The club's informed striker Dominic Solanke has been attracting Premier League attention. Arsenal are said to be looking at Solanke as a move for Ivan Toney is going to be a hard one to pull off, according to the Daily Star, and he is at the top of their alternatives list. The report claims that he is valued by the Cherries at £50 million, making him a much cheaper option than Toney. Kiefer Moore is another Bournemouth striker attracting interest. Cardiff City wanted Moore in the summer of 2023, as per Wales Online, but a transfer embargo on the club prevented that, as Bournemouth preferred a sale rather than a loan. That embargo has now been lifted, and a deal for Moore could be struck before February 2024. Brentford. The Standard reported that bringing in a fullback is the #1 priority for manager Thomas Frank in January. Brentford have had 3 serious injuries suffered in their backline. Christopher Ajur and Aaron Hickey are yet to return after picking up injuries to their foot and hamstring, respectively. Left-back Rico Henry is, in all likelihood, going to miss the rest of the season due to an ACL tear. The main focus of Bees fans will be whether Ivan Toney leaves. They have put a £100 million price tag on him, according to Sky Sports, which is going to make it hard for the likes of Arsenal to make that deal because of their FFP restrictions. Elsewhere in the team, Josh Da Silva and Shandon Baptiste are now free to speak to other clubs, as they have entered the final 6 months of their contract. The club do have an option to extend either of them by a year though. Defender Charlie Goode may head out on loan to try and restart his career, as per The Athletic. Brighton. Roberto De Zerbi has had 2 players return to the MX Stadium since the opening of the January transfer window. Jeremy Sarmiento and Jensen Weir were both recalled from their respective loans at West Brom and Blackpool. The plan is for Weir to be sent back out on loan, after not playing much for the Seasiders since the middle of October. Sarmiento has joined Ipswich Town on loan until the end of the season. The Ecuadorian international switched from the Baggies to Town just days after being recalled by Brighton. The move was first reported by Ecuadorian journalist Maria Jose Flores, and it has since been made official by Ipswich. Burnley. Left-back is going to be where Vincent Kompany is going to try and boost the quality of his squad, according to The Athletic. Their attempts to sign one in the summer came to nothing after Ian Maatsen returned to Chelsea at the end of the 2022-23 season. The club spent big in the summer, but the same attitude won't be applied to the January window. They are considering potential strikers and central midfielders, but not at any cost, as per The Athletic. Maatsen and Marseille midfielder Pape Gay have been mentioned as possible candidates to be brought to Turf Moor. The Athletic have said that Burnley are going to trigger the option in Josh Brownhill's deal to extend it until the end of the 2024-25 season, but fellow Premier League side Wolves have been looking at the midfielder for some time. As is the case with many clubs, the door could open for players who aren't happy with how much they are playing. Ari Janat Muric and Anas Saruri have been put forward as 2 players who'd fit this category, but they might feel, with the club's dire league position, that they could get into the first team. Chelsea. Andre Santos has been recalled from his loan move to Nottingham Forest. The Brazilian joined Chelsea in the summer of 2023. He joined Forest in the hope of guaranteed game time, but that hasn't come and has returned to Stamford Bridge. A number 9 would be ideal for Mauricio Pochettino, but one would come up at a premium price. Napoli's Victor Osimhen is admired by the club, but he has signed a recent contract extension which includes a £112 million release clause. Brentford might charge similarly for the acquisition of Ivan Toney. Those 2 deals wouldn't go much towards lowering the club's wage bill, which is an objective of theirs. On that note, potentially cheaper players like RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres, and Bayer Leverkusen's Victor Boniface are all being scouted by Chelsea, as per The Athletic. Selling some homegrown talent would help Chelsea's current FFP situation, as it'd be pure profit. 2 names who've been linked with leaving Stamford Bridge are Trevor Chalobah and Conor Gallagher. Chalobah hasn't played much since Pochettino's arrival, due to preference of others and injury, and the club tried to sell Gallagher to Everton last January, as per The Athletic. The Metro reported that Tottenham have already begun talks about a move for the midfielder, who has captained Chelsea for most of the 2023-24 season. Ian Maatsen's lack of game time could well prompt a move, and The Athletic have said that Chelsea will try and offload centre-back Malang Sarr. Crystal Palace. The Selhurst Park residents are said to have approached Arsenal about a potential transfer for Eddie Nketiah, as per the Daily Mail. But, reportedly, Arsenal said that they wouldn't sell Nketiah in the January window. The Eagles have been pursuing 20-year-old Peterborough United central defender Ronnie Edwards for some time now. TalkSport have said that Palace have had multiple bids rejected for Edwards and that Peterborough want £10 million to let him go. The Standard have also reported that the club have approached Valencia about central defender Christian Mosquera. There are growing concerns about captain Mark Gahey leaving in the summer, and Mosquera is Crystal Palace. The Selhurst Park residents are said to have approached Arsenal about a potential transfer for Eddie Nketiah, as per the Daily Mail. But, reportedly, Arsenal said that they wouldn't sell Nketiah in the January window. The Eagles have been pursuing 20-year-old Peterborough United central defender Ronnie Edwards for some time now. TalkSport have said that Palace have had multiple bids rejected for Edwards and that Peterborough want £10 million to let him go. The Standard have also reported that the club have approached Valencia about central defender Christian Mosquera. There are growing concerns about captain Mark Gahey leaving in the summer, and Mosquera is seen as a potential replacement. Rob Holding is a player that could be making a move away from Selhurst Park. The former Arsenal defender only joined the club in the summer, but as Roma reportedly see him as a potential cheap option, according to Italian reports. Corriere dello Sport have said that he, Ben Godfrey, and Eric Dier are all being monitored by the club's director of football, Tiago Pinto, who is looking at the Premier League for these types of players. Everton. The club are prioritizing financial prudence, as per The Athletic, a sentence which won't get the hearts of Evertonians racing. They were hit with a 10-point deduction in November for breaking the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules. Everton may look at bringing in a central midfielder, as Idrissa Gueye jets off to the African Cup of Nations, and they still have loan spots available. Cutting costs is the main priority for Everton, and getting rid of some big contracts is an efficient way to do that. Andre Gomez is currently on £100,000 per week, according to The Athletic, so the club would like to move him on. But they'd need to find a replacement, and someone willing to pay those wages. Someone like Ben Godfrey could also be one of these players on decent money that Everton look to ship off. Italian outlet Corriere dello Sport have said that Roma are interested in Godfrey. Fulham. Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips is said to be admired by Fulham and fellow London-based club Crystal Palace, according to iSport. The Guardian reported that the midfielder has told the higher-ups at City that he's ready to leave, and there should be plenty of Premier League suitors for the England international. Football Transfers have said that the club are now unwilling to pay £25 million for Fluminense midfielder Andre, as it looks like João Palhinha will be staying at the club. Young prospect Jay Stansfield is already on loan at Birmingham City but could move to another championship side. Football Insider have said that Ipswich have held preliminary talks with the Cottagers about Stansfield. They aren't alone, as Sunderland are also keeping tabs on the striker, as per Keith Downey of Sky Sports. Stansfield has been one of the few brought points for Birmingham in the 23-24 campaign, providing 7 goals and 2 assists in his first 23 games. Liverpool. Young Portuguese attacking midfielder Fabio Carvalho returned from his loan spell with RB Leipzig due to a lack of game time and has now officially moved to Hull City on loan for the remainder of the 2023-24 campaign. The Reds have also been linked with a move for Bayern Munich's Leroy Sané. The German winger is stalling over a new contract, according to German outlet Bild, which could provide hope for Jurgen Klopp to get him to Anfield. There has been a lot of talk about the Reds bringing in defensive reinforcements, with Fulham's Anthony Robinson being a reported target. Andy Robertson and Kostas Tsimikas are both out after suffering dislocated shoulders and fractured collarbones, respectively. Luton Town. Luton are looking at a player who has also been scouted by Leeds United and Inter Milan. Celtic's Matt O'Reilly is on the watch list of Town, according to Sky Sports. The attacking midfielder has impressed in the previous 2 seasons, and Leeds reportedly offered £10 million for the Danish international in August 2023, as per Sky. The Hatters could be losing one of their best defenders, as Premier League clubs monitor Teden Mengi. According to Fabrizio Romano, Crystal Palace and Fulham are keeping tabs on Mengi. The former Manchester United academy player only joined Luton in the summer of 2023. Manchester City. City are set to sign 18-year-old Claudio Echeverri from River Plate. This is according to Fabrizio Romano, who has said that, in the late afternoon of January 3, the two clubs were signing all the documents. There will be a €14.5 million, £9 million, fixed fee paid to River, as well as potentially €9 million, £7.75 million, in performance-based add-ons. American goalkeeper Zach Steffen looks like he'll soon be out of the door, as The Athletic's Tom Bogert reported that the Colorado Rapids have signed the 28-year-old. The deal is said to be a permanent one, and Stefan looks set to sign a 3-year deal with the MLS side. Stefan joined City from a different MLS team, Columbus Crew, back in 2019. Manchester United. United have 2 Bundesliga strikers near the top of their limited transfer list, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting and Timo Werner. This is as per The Athletic, who added that any deals made for these two would only be until the end of the season. Fabrizio Romano said, on the Choupo-Moting deal, Bayern Munich striker Eric Choupo-Moting is one of many names being discussed internally. It's nothing concrete, nothing advanced yet. 3 players are confirmed to have left the club already in the January window. Donny van de Beek has joined Eintracht Frankfurt on loan until the end of the season. Left-back Sergio Reguilón has also left the club, returning to Tottenham Hotspur after United terminated his loan early. Jadon Sancho has also returned to his former club Borussia Dortmund on the loan for the rest of the season following his banishment from the Red Devils' first team earlier in the campaign. Newcastle United. The Athletic's David Ornstein has said that Chelsea's Conor Gallagher is of interest to Newcastle, with all of their injuries and the lengthy suspension for summer signing Sandro Tonali. Ornstein added that Chelsea would only be interested in selling Gallagher. Calvin Phillips was also mentioned as a potential option if Newcastle only want to make a loan move. Newcastle's many absentees at the midway point of the 23-24 season mean they're unlikely to let anyone go, as they just don't have the squad depth. But an off-field acquisition could be made that could be as important as losing almost any one of their players. The club's sporting director, Dan Ashworth, is wanted by Manchester United, after the recent investment in the club by Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. The Manchester Evening News believe that Ashworth, who only joined Newcastle in 2022, is Man U's top pick to be their next sporting director. Nottingham Forest. With Santos' appointment, it should be no surprise that Forest have been linked with some of Jorge Mendes' clients, given the relationship between the manager and the agent. One of those players that the club have been linked with is AS Monaco's Gelson Martins. The club had wanted to add more competition in the wide areas, to challenge the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi and Anthony Elanga, in the summer, according to The Athletic, and Martins would provide that. New manager Nuno Espirito Santos is understood to want a much smaller squad than the one that is currently assembled at Nottingham Forest. Summer signing Andrew Amobamadil is expected to be allowed to go out on loan to build up game time, having rarely featured for the club this season, as per The Athletic. The outlet also said that Arsenal fullback Nuno Tavares' loan is expected to be ended, despite the club's soon-to-be shortages at the position with the likes of Ola Aina and Serge Aurier off to the African Cup of Nations. Sheffield United. The Blades have signed Villarreal and former Blackburn Rovers forward Ben Brereton Diaz on loan from the Spanish side for the rest of the 23-24 campaign. Brereton Diaz joined Villarreal in the summer of 2023 for free from Rovers, but he hasn't been able to find the form that he had in the Championship over the prior 2 seasons. Upon joining, the Chilean said, "Coming here is great for myself. Playing in the Premier League is something you dream of as a young boy, so that's great for me, and I just can't wait to get started." Summer signing Benai Traoré looks like he'll be taking a similar path to Brereton Diaz, leaving on loan 6 months after joining a club. West France have reported that the striker, who was bought for £4 million by the Blades, will join French side Nantes on loan until the end of the season. They will also have an option to buy Traoré at the end of the loan, as per the report. Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham have been busy in the transfer market so far, bringing in former Chelsea striker Timo Werner from RB Leipzig on loan for the rest of the season. They have also reportedly agreed a deal for Genoa's Radu Dragusin, but this has yet to be officially confirmed by the North London club. Longtime Spurs keeper Hugo Lloris has left the club after over 11 years at the club. He has joined the MLS side LAFC on a free transfer. Eric Dier has also departed from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, following in the footsteps of his former teammate Harry Kane to Bayern Munich for a reported loan fee of £2 million to £4 million, with the option of a further year on the table. Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham have been busy in the transfer market so far, bringing in former Chelsea striker Timo Werner from RB Leipzig on loan for the rest of the season. They have also reportedly agreed a deal for Genoa's Radu Dragusin, but this has yet to be officially confirmed by the North London club. Longtime Spurs keeper Hugo Lloris has left the club after over 11 years at the club. He has joined the MLS side LAFC on a free transfer. Eric Dier has also departed from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, following in the footsteps of his former teammate Harry Kane to Bayern Munich for a reported loan fee of £2 million to £4 million, with the option of a further year on the table, according to ESPN. In terms of rumored departures, Barcelona are said to be looking at bringing in Spurs Argentinian centre-mid Giovanni Lo Celso. Sky Sports reported that Barca manager Xavi identified Lo Celso as a top target for the club. The midfielder has made his way back into the Spurs starting 11 this season, but injuries in Barca have made him a wanted man over there too. West Ham United. The Hammers are known to be in the market for wide forwards. This comes from Sky Sports, who have said that, if they can recruit someone, they may allow Said Benrahma or Maxwell Cornet to leave. The club will already be without star winger Mohamed Kudus for much of January due to his involvement in the African Cup of Nations. The need to add strength to this area will be heightened by that too. A deal has been agreed between the Hammers and AS Monaco for defender Thilo Kehrer to join the French club on loan, as per Fabrizio Romano. The Italian journalist has said that Monaco will pay an initial €500,000 loan fee, and they will be required to pay West Ham £9.4 million for the player at the end of the loan. He added that all details have been approved by the London-based side. Sky Sports reported that an unnamed club from the Saudi Pro League are interested in signing Moroccan defender Nayef Aguerd. Al Ittihad tried to sign him in the summer of 2023. The Sunday Mirror sports news editor, Darren Whitcoop, has also revealed that midfielder Connor Coventry is wanted by a lot of League One clubs. Wolves. The club are going to be restricted by financial fair play, but they still want to be active. Gary O'Neill would like another striker to pair with Mateusz Cunha and Sasa Kalajic, as per Sky Sports. The outlet also said that the club also wants another winger and central midfielder, but that sales will need to be made to fund these. Fabio Silva, Wolves' 21-year-old Portuguese striker, has joined Rangers on a loan deal that will see him stay in Glasgow until the end of the season. This is the third loan move of Silva's Wolves career. On joining Rangers, he said, "I am very happy. When I spoke to people about Glasgow and about Rangers, everyone told me good things about the club and the history." Let us know what you think about the entire thing, in the comments section below. Additionally, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news and updates from around the world. We sign out.